thank you guys so much for being here. I always appreciate my fellow music lovers clicking on these videos and seeing what we have to offer. So thank you guys very much. Before we dig into today's vinyl, I'm just going to ask you guys if you would click that subscribe button right down there. Would truly appreciate it. That way you guys will never miss out on a future vinyl show and tell, interview, review, anything that we have going on here in the music room. And I promise there's lots going on. But in any case, I always appreciate your guys' time. I know that there is so much out there in YouTube and everywhere else, so thank you guys for giving me a few minutes of your time. So with all that said, let's dig into today's album. It is the sophomore release from the band Greta Van Fleet, and it is called The Battle at Garden's Gate. There it is right there. Kind of a simple but yet cool album cover, and as you can see, it is still in plastic. We're going to peel the plastic off with you and take a look and see what we have inside. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this open. We'll look at the vinyl, we'll see what the packaging is like, and then we'll get a little bit into the album itself after that. So, great big hype sticker here, so we're going to make sure we go ahead and protect that, but we're just going to go ahead and crack it right open, and hopefully it should be nice and easy, and it looks like it will be. No need to hit that edit button, I do not believe. Yeah, so it's going to slide out real nice, and we will go ahead and toss that off to the side for now. So the jacket itself is nice. It's textured. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not there with the light. Sometimes the ring light is helpful in that, but it does have like a texture to it. And then a simple gold kind of arch artwork there on the cover. Track listing on the back, all in gold. There you go, it's a good way to see it. And make sure you guys got a good look at that album cover there. Get that in the light. There it is. Alright, it is a gatefold, which is very nice. So, some pretty futuristic artwork there in the gatefold itself. I don't know if you guys can see that real well there. It looks like some art, some cool stuff to take in. It's a delicate gatefold, so when you open this, be careful. It's wanting to, kind of go too far. So just protect that spine when you guys open this up. But again, it's very cool. The artwork is embossed. That's kind of a nice touch. I don't know if you guys, again, if you'll be able to see that through the camera or not. But all this here is all embossed and kind of raised. So it's very cool. Again, it just kind of feels like a delicate gatefold. So just be very careful if you purchase this and open it up. Just make sure it doesn't bend too far back. So okay, there we go. Feels very sturdy, feels very nice. So already feels like a good investment for the vinyl collection. But let's go ahead and take a deeper look and see what's on the inside. So we'll go ahead and pull these out. So we have in a white paper sleeve, and this is going to be classic black. As you can see, it looks like the album cover is also reflected there in the hub of the album art on both sides. You can see that there. So, looks very nice. We'll go ahead and put it back in the sleeve. And then we have, looks like a booklet, which is very cool. Always appreciate it. Again, very simple kind of artwork there. Kind of reminiscence of Prince almost. And then we kind of go back to the arch there. Everything's staying with the black and gold. And we kind of take a peek. And it looks like we're going to have lyrics. And each lyric is going to be represented by a sign. Or each song is going to be represented by a sign and some imagery going on. So very nice. Nice touch here. So again, this will be something to be really cool to kind of look at and digest as we listen to the album itself. And I always appreciate when bands give you something like this to read the lyrics and some art to kind of feast on. So it's always very cool. At the back we have a group photo of the band. Again, I know that ring light can be a little distracting, but just giving you guys an idea of what's in here. So the booklet, very nice touch. Thank you, Greta Van Fleet, for that. And I'm going to go ahead and put that off to the side as well. And let's just check it out, make sure there's nothing hiding down in there. There is not. And we're going to go over this side as well. And let's just double check to make sure there's nothing else in here. So no download card. pretty much a trend these days. Not too surprising. Kind of thought maybe they would have put one in here, but no download card. So we'll open LP number 2 up. I'm guessing it's probably going to be no surprise. Classic black. And there is that artwork in the hub on both sides. So I'd say packaging is very nice. Like I said, you have the booklet with lyrics. You have the artwork in there as well. The jacket itself has kind of got a texture to it. It's more than just a thin paper jacket, so very nice. The only point of contention to warn you guys about is the gatefold does feel a little bit flimsy, or a little bit, I don't know, something about that spine. Just be careful when you open that up, and make sure you don't open it too far and damage that spine. I will put this all back together here momentarily. So there you go. If you are a Greta Van Fleet fan, I would highly recommend picking this vinyl up. Did actually have a little bit of a hard time finding it. It sold real well here in my area, being Cincinnati. I know that it was flying off shelves, and I know that there is still an issue with supply and demand when it comes to vinyl. So if you didn't get it right away, maybe your store's out, just stay tuned. I'm sure they're going to get it restocked. Now let's talk a little bit about the record. I'm not going to go too deep into this. I know that Greta Van Fleet is a very polarizing band. A lot of people say they're a Led Zeppelin ripoff. They were going to say, they're not original, things like that. I like Greta Van Fleet. I really like the first record. I like the EPs they did. I've had the extreme pleasure of seeing them live in a club, a real small club, right before they really hit and broke. And then I got to see them at a festival and actually shot them. Great live band. The guys, people say they're Led Zeppelin knockoff. I do hear some Zeppelin in there. I hear some early Rush in there. I hear all kinds of influences, and I think that's okay. I don't think the guys are trying to rip off Zeppelin. I don't think they're trying to rip off Rush. I think they're influenced by these bands, and it shows in their music. More of the same here in the second record. The band has gone a little, it's got a very epic sounding sound to it. I guess it's the best way I can say it. It still rocks, but you can definitely tell that they've been influenced through their experiences probably in the past couple years of touring, things like that. So they're definitely trying to reach out, break new ground with lyric content and things like that. So far I've listened to the record once, just basically for Sonic. I haven't really gone too deep into lyrics and things like that. I dig it. I like it. I do hear some areas where maybe they're reaching, trying to show maturity and things like that. One of the areas that I do struggle a little bit with the band is just their look right now. It does feel like they're trying a little too hard to kind of show that they're retro with some of the outfits and things like that. I don't really know if that's necessary, but hey, we're not a fashion channel here. To each their own on that. When it comes down to it, this is a great album. I think it's really cool. The first listen to sonically, a lot of stuff jumped out of my ears, and I look forward to actually listening to this on vinyl, because they are one of those bands that I think sound great when you put the needle down on the record and listen to it in the vinyl format. So I think this here is a must-buy. I would say you guys go out and check it out. Like I said, I know there's very strong opinions either way about Greta Van Fleet. I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'm just going to say it's a good rock and roll record. The worst case scenario, a kid is going to hear this record and they're going to say, who's Led Zeppelin? Because believe it or not, a lot of kids today don't know who Led Zeppelin or Rush are. So maybe this is the catalyst to get them to go check out a Led Zeppelin record and a Rush record and do their homework and kind of build their repertoire of music. So I give kudos to Greta Van Fleet for that, but I also say that they're doing their own thing. They're their own band. They're not trying to rip anybody off. They're just influenced. But again, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please use that comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts about Greta Van Fleet. If you've heard the record, just ask that you guys keep it respectful. As always, I know you guys are cool and you'll do that. And hey, while you're doing your comments, why don't you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and click that subscribe button. I know you probably get tired of hearing that, but it does make a difference to me, and I appreciate it. Be sure to check us out on the web. We are at themusicroom.me. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at themusicroomme on all those platforms. We would love to see you at each one of those spots. Lots of great stuff going on, guys. But for now, we are going to drop the needle down on Greta Van Fleet's new record, The Battle at Garden's Gate. and look forward to checking more of it out and digging into this booklet with the lyrics and art. But for now, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here in the music room. We will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, and God bless. Bye-bye.